Ya muke, ya gaja, kamar Allah. Wala ya zo ne.
Annual appraisal assessment to be concluded in January 2020, while the transfer of 2018 grants to states will take place in March 2020. As SIFTA's implementing partners, the Nigerian Governors Forum March 2020 and kickstart the provision of technical assistance to states through customized, just-in-time advisory and training exchange visits and peer learning events. The forum received an update on the health priorities of the Governors Forum, especially universal health care, nutrition, and on the polio eradication initiatives, including the Seattle Declaration. Governors reiterated their commitment to an effective implementation and tracking of the Seattle Commitment. The forum received a briefing on the UK Africa Investment Summit 2020, businesses, governments, and international institutions to showcase investment opportunities in Africa in January 2020. Governors Forum members expressed optimism for deeper opportunities in various sectors of the economy, including agriculture, infrastructure, manufacturing, health, education, and financial services, and committed to strengthening the forum's partnership with the UK CDC Group and the Private Infrastructure Development Group to help bridge relations between Nigeria and United Kingdom companies. The forum received a delegation of the Conference of Speakers of the State House of Assembly and had fruitful discussions on some constitutional matters. The forum received a presentation from the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning on the Georeferenced Infrastructure and Demographic Data for Development Grid 3 program in Nigeria, a program designed to strengthen the application of geospatial data for evidence-based decision-making in the country. The National Coordinator of Grid 3, Inu Ayao, also highlighted several applications of the program in priority areas of government, including food security, health coverage, financial inclusion, survey and demographics, and in education. Finally, state governors commended the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning for coordinating the Grid 3 program, which will be central to development planning going forward. Members pledged to work with the ministry by providing the right institutional arrangements in all our states to ensure that each state supports the generation and management of geospatial data. This will ensure that state governments have the right information in identifying where people live and how critical services can be most equitably and effectively allocated. Thank you, and season's greetings to you all. Stated without any equivocation that we subscribe to the Act of Parliament that has been passed on the national minimum wage of 30,000. There's no debate. We have accepted that. The negotiation team that you are talking about is not so much about the minimum wage. It's about the consequential impact of the minimum wage on the higher levels. And each state have started that process. If the Nigerian Labour Congress is not fully aware of the status of the negotiation in the various states, we'll be happy to share the information available to us with them. But as far as we are concerned, there's no opportunity or decision in the Governors Forum to backtrack, which was the question you asked. We are not backtracking from the minimum wage. However, fingers are not equal. States have to negotiate in terms of the consequential implications for the other rates. There may be states that are in a position to pay 50,000. What we can tell you is that no state will pay less than 30,000 when we finally get to that point. On the meeting with our speakers was not about any individual state. It was on general constitutional matters, and we had very, very fruitful deliberations on that. So we cannot comment on the issue you have raised about a specific state. I'm sure that information will be available to you, Omoro, if you go to Edo State, as far as we are concerned. On the borrowing plan, the 30 billion borrowing plan, well, you know, the borrowing plan is the federal government borrowing plan. It's not the federation borrowing plan. The federal government borrowing plan to the National Assembly is really a matter between the federal government and the National Assembly. It's not something that we want to put ourselves in between. We don't want to comment on that. Thank you.